Welcome back everyone, Josh here. Today we're heading out west, out through the cropping country, black soil plains of western New South Wales. We're going to be going after some big yabbies today. It's the middle of winter, not really the ideal time of year, but we're going to give it a crack. So we've been heading down through the black soil plains, the cropping country. We found this little creek. I've got 4 traps with me today, as usual. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to just scoot along the creek here, set a couple of traps along this other side, I think. And I'll come back and get the others, and we might go up around the corner and set the others. So we'll throw these couple in first. The only thing I've got to watch out for in this creek is crocodiles. We did see a couple of big lizards on the way through here, sliver down off the bank into the creek. They're probably only 12, 13 foot, and I've got a 12-foot kayak, so they can't swallow me whole, so it should be pretty safe. I'll go up here a bit and throw this next trap in. So I've got my trap thrower on the front of the kayak here for me. She's going to drop the traps. She's holding on for dear life. I'm just going to go for a bit of a wander up this creek for a little bit. Got the other 2 girls waiting back there. But have a look along this bank here. It's just absolutely loaded with yabby holes, and there's some massive ones. There's one right there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to point it out real well, but probably about 4 inches in diameter. What we might do, Jose, we might drop this trap along here somewhere, and we'll hang it off that branch over there, look. Where? Just there. So put the rope on the other side of your head. Oh no, just keep the rope on that side of your head and I'll spin around. So if you just drop the trap, might go in a bit closer. Drop the trap there somewhere. And it is pretty cold. It's like the middle of winter. I'm not too sure how we're going to be able to go getting some yabbies. Try not to knock Josie off the front. I'll just sit that tag over top of that. Hopefully a crocodile doesn't come along and take our trap on us. What we might do with this last trap is we might go right up to the end here and just have a look. It looks like there's a whole heap of flood rubbish in that piled up in a pile, or a couple of old dead trees or something. And I've always done well around these big old dead trees, so we'll scoot up here quickly. We might set the last one right up the end. Looks like someone's lost a gate. There's a gate hanging in the grass there. A heap of iron posts. I'd say a farmer's fence must have got washed away in the flood. And I'm just looking as I'm going along here, this whole creek, both sides, is just absolutely loaded with yabby holes. And I seriously doubt whether anyone's actually even been down here. Come down to this big old dead tree slash flood rubbish. I think it was a big tree that had fallen down and all the flood rubbish is piled up around it. And the creek narrows right up past it up there. We won't go up there today. I'm running out of traps. I've only got 1 trap left with me. This little cave area, it's sort of widened right out. Heap of flood rubbish, overhanging trees, steep bank on this side. What I think we might do is try and get a trap right in the middle there, if I can. I'll back in there a bit because I've got the trap on the back of me and Josie on the front. What I'll do is I'll drop the trap in the middle, right about here somewhere, I reckon. Right about there. Oh, we're up some bloody sticks and branches. And I'll tie the rope back up the front over here so I can pick the rope up before I get near the trap. Have a go at this for an awesome looking spot. Look at all the yabby holes on the banks. All this flood rubbish, they're just going to be just the perfect habitat. And I'm just going to head over a bit closer to this bank, just so I know you're going to have a decent view of it. This is a fairly typical site. Have a look at this bank. It's just absolutely loaded, and some massive holes. Like that'd have to be 5 inches. Big, nearly like caverns dug. And that's all yabbies that do that. So there must be some absolute monsters in here, and there's plenty of little ones as well, so that's a good sign. We're probably looking at only a depth of about 2 foot.
Really?
Maybe a little bit more. But you can see where the water normally is when it's high. It'd be at the bottom of that grass.
Dad.
Well, it's actually a bit deeper here. There's a drop off. That'd be a good 3 foot. It's Annika's first time on a kayak, so she wants to have a go. We said to her, if she falls in, it's not a very wide creek, just swim to the side, you'll be right. What'd you say, Annika? She said she can't swim. I said, don't worry, you'll learn.
No, not that.
Uh-oh.
There she goes. Don't go too far. Stay where we can see her. And she'll be right. I tested it out. All the way along here, it's only about 4 foot deep at the most. So she'll be able to just stand up and walk to the side. Must be a bit of turbulence in the sky today. That plane seems like it's doing a bit of bouncing around. It's probably a cotton farmer, I'd say. That's how they get around out here. It's too far to drive anywhere. What I'm going to do, while they're having a bit of a muck around, get a bit of this juicy liver out of here and stick on a bit of string. See if I can't find something on a line. Look at that. No yabby would be able to resist that. God, look at Annika go. She's going like a pro already. She's only been in it for 5 minutes. God, Josie's got the hang of it too. Look at her go. It's Eileen's first time on the kayak. We'll see how good she is.
It's actually my first time.
Is it? We'll tip you over to see how it feels like being tipped over. Here, Annika, let's tip her over. Ready? Let's tip her. Let's tip her. Let's tip her.
Do I go there first?
No, don't go up there. That's where the crocodile is.
Where do you hold it in?
Hold it pretty well wherever you want. No, you meant to go forwards.
Oh, so that's how to go back.
She's paddling. You're going backwards, Eileen.
Yeah,
Other way. God, even Eileen's getting the hang of it pretty quick. She went from paddling backwards to taking off like a bloody Olympic star. Look at her go. And I'll tell you what, considering it's the middle of winter, it's getting a bit bloody warm out here. I'm having to find a shady tree. This lot here is having fun. They're doubling up now. Just watch out dangling your feet in there, Jose. That crocodile will be lurking about here watching you. I've brung our line down right up to the very end. We've got a bit of a rocky end here near the road. Where I had over there, they're just paddling pretty well on top of it and not getting any bites. So I'll put it over here in the corner where they're not paddling around and see how we go. Well, it didn't take too long on this end. I literally sat around here, probably been about 2 minutes, I guess. And there's definitely something started pulling on that line. It must be only a little fella. Yeah, little fella. I'll just flick him up the bank there. Well, that's it. Oh, he's a savage little fella too. I think we want something a bit bigger than him. I'll let him go. We're going to go along and check these traps. I've come down to the end of the hole. I brought the boss with me. We're going to go on a romantic paddle on an outback creek. Some people go to the streets of Venice. We head to the outback, paddle down a muddy creek. It's only been an hour, probably not even an hour, probably 45 minutes, I guess.
Oh my God.
Eileen said she wants to go for a swim.
No.
But we'll give these traps a check and see how we go. We only want a few. Hopefully if we can get 10 or so, I'll be happy. Per trap, which I don't think is going to happen. I reckon if we left them for the day, we'd do all right. But they're going to be pretty slow this time of year. Can you see that rope, Eileen?
Yeah, I'm going that way. Just go forward.
Yeah. And try and come in steadily. I'll get hold of these sticks and pull her forward into it.
Look, Filipina does it. Look.
You got it with your foot.
Yeah.
She knows how it's done. Just come straight up with it. Oh, you caught on a stick or something, are you?
Wait, don't go forward.
Oh, not a single yabby. I reckon they're gonna take a while today, which we haven't got a while. We've only got a couple of hours, so we might even just take that with us, Eileen. Can you sit it on the front of you?
Yeah.
And just let it down so it's flat.
Yeah. Gonna grab. Oh, did you grab the?
No, I didn't tie them on.
How do I do it? Click.
Just unclip that little clip. So that's not a very good sign. I reckon it's probably way too cold and we're probably too early.
Yeah.
I reckon late afternoon would probably be the go in the middle of winter like this. But it was worth coming out and having a try. We'll go down and get the rest of the traps. Trap number 2. Just coming up. It's a bit deeper here. Nothing again.
Nothing.
Oh, not looking good because I reckon these two are the two that we're going to do all right.
No.
And we're up to the 3rd trap.
Wait, did you turn it back on?
Yeah.
Sure.
I just went to turn the camera on and I already had it on and turned it off. 3rd trap, I'm not really hopeful for this one because the other two have done absolutely no good at all. Nah, must be definitely too cold for them. And the last trap, which I've already checked once, and that was only about 10 minutes ago, or 15 minutes ago. Nah, he's got anything on the line? You have?
I think. We probably just.
What, how many?
1.
Oh, he's gonna have a big feed. Is it big?
Yeah, sort of. It's not medium, but it's.
And nothing in the traps. But the girls down there have got one on the line. I did get one on the line, so maybe we should have been sitting here with some lines. So we're in a bit of a predicament today. I think what we're going to do is probably do the saddest catch, clean, cook on the internet. We've got one little yabby between 4 of us. And the nippers ain't even big enough to eat.
What do you think?
I reckon it's probably pretty sad, but it's also going to be delicious.
Is it? Okay.
And all I'm going to do is blanch him up. Just to make him easy to peel. Now here we go, we've got the saddest catch, clean and cook on the internet, but it's probably going to be the most delicious because we've only got one tail and we've got to really do well with it. And I come prepared too, look at that. I've got some garlic butter, all made up. Put that on there. So it's probably 3 times as much garlic butter as what there is yabby tail.
You yabbies gotta swim in.
We got our feast. We'll put him on. Get a little bit of seasoning.
Oh,
I really don't want to go too heavy with the seasoning on it because, yeah, one little morsel there. What we'll do, we'll just toss him around there for a few minutes. I'm not too sure how we're going to work this. We're going to have a vote who gets to eat it. So we're going to either play rock, paper, scissors.
What about we just share it?
We're going to have a duel to the death. Or we can just share it. We'll crack her into 4 and have a little bit each. So we better do our taste test. We better give them the yabby tails because they are the ones that caught it. I did catch one little one, but I let him go, which I shouldn't have.
How's the taste? Where is it out there?
Annika's already eaten hers. Josie's savouring it. Look, she's going to get 3 bites out of that half tail.
Yummy out there?
It's good.
Yeah? Especially.
So we'll leave the video there. Had a pretty good day. We didn't do great with the yabbies, but we know it's a good spot and we'll come back here when it warms up a bit or when we've got a bit more time. Don't forget, hit the subscribe button. It really helps us out and we'll catch you on the next one.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.